Okay, so 34 counts. If the jury comes back guilty on all 34, like what are the potential, ramifications for Trump? I mean, I'm assuming they're obviously going to appeal, right?
Yes.
But like what are the sort of like real like consequences for Trump?
Well, there's no minimum jail sentence. In fact, he can get no incarceration at all. And
Hmm.
so what that means is that he will bail will continue pending appeal, and the case will be appealed. That will take long after the election for the appeal to be perfected. And in New York, we have two levels of appeal. So there's the intermediate level, which is called the appellate division, and they will, they every defendant is entitled, if they're convicted, they're entitled to appeal their conviction. That appeal will be perfected even if it's done super quick. And let's say we have a verdict, I would think in June, early June. Sentencing wouldn't even be for a couple months. So I think it would maybe be August, July, August. Um, and then the appeal won't even be filed, I don't think, till after the new year. So I mean, if he's elected, it would be around inauguration would be the earliest time I could see. And then it goes to them. They file briefs. There's arguments. If they lose the appeal at the appellate division, there's one last shot. They can go to the Court of Appeals. Not every case is accepted at the Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals is more like the Supreme Court of the United States in New York, though, just for New York cases. And there would have to be a specific, issue that they would take up, whereas the appellate division has to take every appeal. So in terms of what he could face in the short term, not too much, I would say. Let's assume, for argument's sake, that it goes through all the appeals, and the case survives appeal. Ultimately, he could face 1.25 to 4 consecutively, although I don't really think he would.
Hmm.
I mean, it wouldn't be 1.25 to 4 times 34, because there's something called merger. And I think the max would be 10 to 20, but he's not getting 10 to 20. I mean, again, this is reading tea leaves. I don't know what the judge, I don't know if he'll get one second of incarceration, but if he were, I don't expect that would be more than the max on a single count, which is 1.25 to 4.
Hmm. So there wouldn't be any like financial penalty or anything?
The financial penalties would be very small if there are, because it's just, but I think it's a few $1,000s per count.